Hello dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject maths in standard 8. In this video, we are going to start our chapter number 17, last chapter. Name of the chapter is Circle, Chord and Arc. We will study the properties of chord of circle and we will solve the questions from practice set 17.1. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my all videos. Chapter 17, Circle, Chord and Arc. In the beginning of the chapter, let us revise few concepts from our previous standards. So let us recall. In the adjoining figure, O is the center of the circle. With reference to the figure, fill in the blanks. So let us fill in the blank. First it is seg OD is dash 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 of the circle. Now let us observe seg OD in the figure alongside. Here we can see seg OD is there. So seg OD is the segment which joins the center of the circle with the circle. So distance from the center till circle is known as radius, we all know. So seg OD is the radius of the circle. Same thing we can say about seg OD, seg OA. These segments are the segments which joins the center of the circle with the circle. So segment joining center with the circle is known as radius. So OB is also a radius. Then we can say OA also radius. If I join O with Q, OQ is also radius because it is the distance which join the circle with the center of the circle. So OP, if I draw, OP is also a radius. If I draw OX, OX is also a radius. So in this way we can draw innumerable, uncountable radii to the circle. So answer of first fill in the blank is radius. Now let us see AB. Seg AB is dot 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 of the circle. So AB is the segment which joins 2 points on the circle. But this segment joins 2 points on the circle as well as it passes through the center of the circle. So segment which passes through the center of the circle is known as diameter of the circle. So this is the diameter which joins any 2 points on the circle and passes through the center of the circle. So similarly, we can draw XQ which passes through point O. Okay, I will draw it properly. XQ which passes through point O. So XQ also can be said as the diameter because it joins 2 points on the circle. Similarly, it passes through the center of the circle. Then if I draw this O and P, D and P, sorry. So DP is also diameter of the circle because it joins 2 points on the circle and passes through the center of the circle. So in this way we can say that definition of diameter. Diameter is the segment or chord which joins 2 points on the circle and passes through the center of the circle. Now let us see the third one, sec PQ. As we all can see, sec PQ is also a segment which joins any 2 points on the circle. But PQ is not passing through the center of the circle, so it is a simple chord. It cannot be said as a diameter. Though it joins any 2 points on the circle, it is joining point P and point Q on the circle, but it is not passing through the center of the circle, and that's why segment PQ is known as chord of the circle. CHORD, chord of the circle. Now let us see the next fill in the blank. Is the central angle. Central angle means what? Vertex should be the central point. So as we all can see, angle DOB having vertex as the center of the circle, and that's why angle COD can be said as the center of the circle. Now let us see the next, minor arc. Arc AXD, last year we have learned this. So arc AXD is the minor arc. Minor arc is always the arc which is smaller than semicircle. So AXD is smaller than semicircle. Semicircle means half circle. So minor arc is always smaller than the half circle. So first arc is given arc AXD, second arc is given arc BD here. Here we can say arc BD. Now we have to write three more name of arcs. So arc BQ is also smaller than semicircle, and that's why arc BQ name also can be written as the minor arc. Then arc PQ is also the minor arc, and then arc AP is also the minor arc. In this way we can write the names of minor arcs. Now we have to write the names of major arc. So arc PAB is given. So let us see where it is. PAB, PAB. So from this we can say that my major arc is bigger than or greater than semicircle arc. Minor arc is smaller than semicircular arc, and major arc is greater than semicircular arc. So we can see here PAB is the major arc. If you observe the diagram carefully, we can see that AXB is semicircle upper side and APB is the semicircle lower side. So if the arc is bigger than these two semicircle, then we can say that it is the major arc. So arc PAB is given to us. Arc PDQ is also given to us. PDQ, which is bigger than semicircle. We have to write one more arc. So we can write anything. We can start from P, or we can start from Q, and we can write it as or we can start from A also. ABQ is also a major arc. If you start from B, so BQX is also a major arc. If we start from Q, QAB is also a major arc. So in this way you can write any one name in the fill in the blank of this major arc. Now semicircular arc I have shown to you. One semicircular arc is given ADB. This one semicircular arc is given upper side. So lower side semicircular arc can be APB. Either we can write arc APB or we can write arc AQB. Name of the arc should be written by using either 3 letters or 2 letters. If we write 2 letters only A and B, then there will be confusion, because upper arc name is also AB and lower arc name is also AB. So we have to use one middle point over there. So upper arc is arc ADB and lower semicircular arc is arc APB or arc AQB. Now let us see the next fill in the blank. Major arc DB. Let us see where is major arc DB. See here, this is the arc DB, and this is equal to measure of which angle? This will be equal to measure of angle DOB, because central angle and its intercepted arc are always congruent with each other. So measure of arc DB is equal to measure of angle DOB. And last one is measure of arc DAB. Let us see where is the arc DAB. Arc DAB will be equal to 360 minus measure of this remaining minor arc. What is the name of this remaining minor arc? This is arc DB. So here measure of arc DB and arc DB is equal to measure of angle DOB. So here we should write measure of angle DOB. So in this way we have to write all the answers. Let me show you all the answers again. So the answers are: seg OD is radius of the circle. Second, seg AB is diameter of the circle. Third, seg PQ is chord of the circle. Fourth, angle DOB is the central angle. Fifth, minor arc, arc AXD, arc BD, arc BQ, arc QP, arc AP. Major arcs are arc PAB, arc PDQ. Third one I have written as arc QAB. You can write any major arc. Then semicircular arcs are arc ADB and arc APB. Now major arc DB is equal to major angle DOB, and major arc DAB is equal to 360 degree minus major angle DOB. Now let us learn the properties of chord of a circle. So the activity is given, draw chord AB of a circle with center O. So here we can see the circle is having center O, chord name is AB, and we have to draw perpendicular OP to chord AB. So from O we have to draw perpendicular which should be on chord AB. So what is the property? Property is the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to its chord bisect the chord. Bisect means what? It makes two equal parts of the chord. So due to this perpendicular AP, this chord AB is divided into two equal parts, into two equal segments. In which two equal segments it is divided? AP and PB. That means what? Segment AP is equal to segment PB, or we can say that length AP is equal to length PB. So in this way the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle bisects the chord. Chord is divided into two equal parts. So for example, if AB is 24 cm of length, then AP will be 12 cm and PB will be 12 cm. In this way the property we have to use for solving the sums. Now let us see the second property. Second property is draw 5 circles of different radii on the paper and draw chord in each circle. Here in this particular circle with center O, we can see that chord AP is drawn, and then we have to find the midpoint of this chord AB. So if AB is 12 centimeters, the midpoint will come at 6 centimeter of the distance. So we have to find out the midpoint of chord AB by using our ruler, and then we have to join this midpoint with the center of the circle. So when we join the midpoint of the chord with the center of the circle, and when we measure this angle APO or angle OPB, both the angles will be of 90 degree. What does it show? It shows that the segment joining the center of circle and midpoint of the chord is perpendicular to the chord. So the segment which joins the midpoint of the chord and center of the circle, that means OP, this segment OP. So segment OP is perpendicular on chord AB. So this is the second property. Property is the perpendicular or the segment joining the center of the circle and the midpoint of the chord is perpendicular to the chord. So in this particular figure, how can we write this property? This property can be written as segment OP is perpendicular. This is the symbol for perpendicular. Opposite T or vertical, this T is totally opposite. So this segment OP is perpendicular on chord AB. This is the second property. And first property is the perpendicular drawn on the circle bisect the chord, and this is the second property. Segment OP is perpendicular on chord AB. It means what? At point P, 90 degree angles are formed. Here in this particular diagram, angle APO and angle BPO, these two angles are of 90 degree. So let us use these properties to solve our sums from practice set 17.1. So now let's start practice set 17.1. Let us see the question. In a circle with center P, P is the center of this circle, chord AB is drawn. We can see here chord AB is drawn of length 13 centimeter. Sec PQ is perpendicular on chord AB. So PQ is perpendicular on chord AB. Then we have to find out length QB. So see children, this sec PQ is the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord, and just now we have seen the property that the perpendicular drawn from the center on the chord bisects the chord. That means what? It makes two equal parts of the chord. So we will be using that property of circle. So let us start our solution. We will start the solution by writing whatever is given to us in the question. So we write this first statement in a circle with center P. Always write the name of the circle in this way. How to write the name of the circle? By writing the name of center. So here we write in a circle with center P. Again, what is given to us? Chord AB is drawn of length 13 centimeter and sec PQ is perpendicular to chord AB. So first we write this sec PQ perpendicular chord AB. Perpendicular chord AB. AB is drawn of length 13 centimeter. Length AB is equal to 13 centimeter. All these things are given to us. Now we will be writing the property. So let us write the property. We will write the full statement. The statement is the perpendicular drawn. This statement which we have seen just now, the perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to its chord bisects the chord. So here I am going to write the perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to its chord bisects the chord. It means what? This chord AB is divided into two equal parts. Which two equal parts? AQ and QB. These are the two equal parts of this chord AB, and therefore length AQ is equal to length QB. These two segments are of equal length. Now let us see how to find out AQ and QB. As we have given AB is equal to 13 centimeter, this AB is 13 centimeter, AQ and QB are congruent with each other, and therefore AQ and QB will be equal to length AQ and length QB will be equal to 1/2 into length AB. They will be half of length AB. AQ and QB will be half of this length AB, full chord. So 1/2 multiplied by 13. Length AB is 13, so we have to multiply by 13. So we can cancel this 13 by 2. 2 6 are 12. Point we have to write. 2 5s are 10. So it will be 6.5 centimeter. Okay, we have done this simple division here. 13 divided by 2. 2 6 are 12. 6 written. 13 minus 12, 1 remaining. We have to put 0 here. For this 0 we have to put the point, and 2 5s are 10. So in this way we have got 6.5 centimeter here. So that means what? Therefore length QB is equal to 6.5 centimeter. In this way we can get the length of segment QB. We have to write this property and then we can use the property. Question number 2. Radius of a circle with center O is 25 centimeter. So as we all can see in the question diagram alongside, this is the circle with center O and its radius is 25 centimeter. Segment is OD. OD segment is the radius and the radius is of 25 centimeter length. Find the distance of the chord from the center. We have to find the distance of the chord from the center if the length of chord is 48 centimeter. As we all can see here, CD is the chord and length of chord CD is 48 centimeter. We have to find the distance of chord from the center. So from center the distance of chord is OP. As we all can see, OP is the distance of the chord from the center. So we have to find length of segment OP. Here, as we all can see, 90-degree symbol is shown in the figure alongside. That means what? Segment OP is perpendicular on chord CD. This is given to us. Now let us see which property we will have to use to solve this sum. So here, as you all can see, I have drawn the diagram and I have written the question. Now we will start the solution. Solution we start by writing the name of circle. In the circle with center O. This is the name of circle. In the circle with center O, radius. If I write R, small r, radius R is length OD. So length OD is equal to 25 centimeter. This is given to us. Again, what is given? Length of the chord is 48 centimeter. Length of chord, that is length CD. Chord name is CD. So length CD is equal to 48 centimeter. This is given to us. Again, what is given? This segment OP is perpendicular to chord CD. So I write here segment OP perpendicular chord CD. All these things are given to us in the question. We have to find out the distance of the chord from the center of the circle. So that means we have to find length OP. Okay. So I will be writing here to find the distance of the chord from the center of the circle. We have to find the distance of the chord. This chord is at what distance from the center of the circle? That means what? That is. This is the short form of that is. So that is, we have to find measurement of length OP. Okay, we have to find this length OP. Now we will be using the property. Which property we will be using? We all know the perpendicular drawn on the chord from the center of the circle bisect the chord. That means what? It makes two equal parts of this chord. Bisect means what? We have seen that it is due to this perpendicular, the chord is divided into two equal parts. So we will be using that property. By property, okay, so I am going to write the property. The perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to its chord bisects the chord. This property we have to write in our solution. Okay, now that means what? This chord is divided, bisect means it is divided into two equal parts. Which two equal parts we can see here? CP and PD. CP, this CP part is equal to PD. So let us write, therefore length CP is equal to length PD, and they both are equal to half of length CD. Okay, this CP and PD will be half of CD. So half of CD means half multiplied by CD. Length is 48 centimeter. It is given to us. So it is equal to 24. 2 2s are 4 and 2 4s are 8. So 24 centimeter is length of CP and PD. So CP is also 24 and PD is also 24. Now here we have given OP is perpendicular on CD. That means what? This angle OPD is 90 degree. So we will be writing here angle OPD is equal to 90 degree. This is given to us in the figure alongside. Okay, given in the figure. So this angle OPD is 90 degree. That means what? This triangle OPD, this triangle I am going to show here. Okay, so this triangle OPD is a right angled triangle. And we all know in right angle triangle we can apply Pythagoras' theorem. So I will be writing by applying Pythagoras' theorem. Pythagoras' theorem we all have learnt in our 7th standard. I recommend you all to watch my video of Pythagoras' theorem of standard 7th. I will give link in my description box. So go on that link and watch the video of Pythagoras' theorem from standard 7th so that you all can revise the theorem. So theorem is, what is the theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. So children, here in this particular triangle, if I draw the triangle separately here, see, I am going to draw the triangle separately here. This is my triangle OPD. Angle P is 90 degree. So we all know the side which is opposite to right angle is known as hypotenuse. So this is right angle and exactly opposite side is side OD. So OD will be the hypotenuse. And then PD will become base and OP will become height. We all know any one side can be taken as base and other side will be height. These two sides are sides forming right angle. Side OP and side PD are the sides forming right angle. And OD is the hypotenuse. So I will be writing here length OD square is equal to base we can take as PD. So length PD square plus height we can take as length OP. So length OP square. Now OD square, that means what? 25 square. Length of OD is known to us, it is given to us, so it will be 25 square. PD, just now we have got 24 centimeter here. Here just now we have got by calculation 24. So PD square means 24 square plus length OP square. Now I told you to by head all the squares till number 30. So if you by headed all the squares, you will write it directly. Otherwise you will require to do the multiplication. So 25 square is 625, we all know, is equal to 24 square is 576 plus length OP square we have to write as it is because we have to find out length of OP. Now this 625 as it is I am going to write. I will transfer this 576 from right to left, from right hand side to the left hand side. It becomes minus 576 is equal to length OP square as it is. Now 625 minus 576 we all know 49, which is equal to length OP square as it is. Now see children, we have to find out length of OP only, but we are getting OP square. So what we have to do? Taking square root of both the sides. We have to take the square root of both the sides. So we will put both sides under square root symbol. So 49 under square root and length OP square is also under square root symbol. Now see in the right hand side, this square and square root symbol cancel each other. We will be getting only length OP. and on right hand side, left hand side, there is a number only 49, and we all know 49 is the square of 7. That's why square root of 49 is 7. So that is length OP is equal to 7 centimeter. We are getting as the answer. And length OP is nothing but the distance of the chord from the center of the circle. So we can write the answer statement here. Therefore, the distance of the chord from the center of the circle is 7 centimeter. So in this way, full sum we can solve in one solution like this by using the property and by using the Pythagoras' theorem. Now let us see this question number 3. O is the center of the circle. That means how to write the name of this circle. In a circle with center O, we have to start our solution by writing the name of circle like this. Find the length of radius. We have to find the length of radius. Radius is not shown here, so we will have to draw the radius. Any one radius we can draw. Either we can draw OA. OA segment is the radius, or we can draw OB is the OB segment, which is the radius. Now, if the chord of length 24 centimeter, so length of this chord AB is 24 centimeter, is at the distance 9 centimeter from the center of the circle. So distance of chord from the center is 9 centimeter. Here we have to write one point over. Point name is not written. So we will be writing name of point here and we will start our solution. So as you all can see, I have drawn the diagram. This is O is the center of the circle. So we can write any name over here. Either I will be writing P only. Okay, P. So OP is the center of the distance of the chord from the center of the circle. Now we have to draw either OA or OB. So let us draw it. So I am going to draw this OA, which is the radius of this circle. So we have to find this length OA now. So let us start our solution. In a circle with center O, what is given to us? Chord of length 24 centimeter. So length of chord, that is length AB, is equal to 24 centimeter. Again, what is given to us? The chord is at distance of 9 centimeter from the circle. So distance of chord from the center of the circle what is the distance of chord from the center of the circle? OP. So length OP is equal to 9 centimeter. Again, what is shown? OP is perpendicular on AB. This segment OP is perpendicular on chord AB. So we write here segment OP perpendicular chord AB. Okay, so this is given to us. Now, as segment OP is perpendicular on chord AB, we can apply the property that the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle bisect the chord. So chord is divided into two equal parts. Which two equal segments we can see here? Segment AP and segment PB. So let us write the property. By property, the perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to its chord bisects the chord. Okay, so we have written the property. That means what? This chord is divided into two equal parts. Which two equal parts? Length AP is equal to length PB. We can see here these two segments. We can see congruent segments AP and PB. They both are equal to 1 upon 2 multiplied by length AB. They will be half of length AB. So 1 upon 2 multiplied by length AB is 24 centimeter. It is given to us. So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So this is 12 centimeter. We are getting length AP is equal to 12 centimeter. Now this OP is perpendicular to chord AB. That means what? This APO is right angle triangle, and angle APO is equal to 90 degree, given in the figure alongside, correct? Given in the figure. As it is given in the figure, what we can write? Therefore, triangle APO is a right angled triangle. So again, as it is right angle triangle, this one is the right angle triangle. We can apply Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem we can write what can be written? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Instead of base and height, we can write one side square plus other side square also, because base can be considered as one side, height can be considered as the other side. The one side and other sides are the sides forming right angle. So as we can see here, this AO is the side which is exactly opposite to right angle, and that's why AO is hypotenuse here. This is hypotenuse of right angle triangle and radius of a circle, correct? Radius of circle also, and this is hypotenuse of the triangle also. So if AO is hypotenuse, AP can be considered as base and PO can be considered as the height. So we will be writing the names of the sides. Hypotenuse is length AO. So length AO square is equal to, base can be length AP square plus height can be length PO square. Okay, AP is the base and PO is the height. Now AO means what? Radius of the circle. So radius we can show by R. If we want, we can write here R square is equal to AP. AP just now we have got 12 centimeters, so we write here 12 square plus PO is 9, so 9 square we can write here. Therefore R square is equal to, square of 12 is 144, 9 square is 81. Both the numbers on right hand side, so we don't require to transfer any number anywhere. Numbers are on the right hand side. We can do the calculation on right hand side. So 144 plus 81, 4 plus 1 5, 8 plus 4 12, 2 written, 1 carrying, 1 plus 1 is 2. So R square 224 we are getting. We require only radius of the circle. We have to find the radius of the circle. So we have to write taking square root of both the sides. Taking square root of both sides. So we can take out the square root of both sides. Square root of R square is equal to square root of 225. Now see children, on the left hand side, R square and square root cancel each other. Only we are getting R, and we all know 225 is square of 15. So that means what? Square root of 225 is 15. So R is equal to 15 centimeter. So in this way we can get the radius of the circle. And therefore we should write the answer statement. Therefore the radius of the circle is 15 centimeter. Now let us see this last question. C is the center of the circle whose radius is 10 centimeter. Find the distance of the chord from the center if the length of chord is 12 centimeter. So let us first draw the circle because the diagram is not given for fourth question. 1, 2, 3 diagrams are for 3 questions respectively, but for fourth question diagram is not there, so we have to draw the diagram. So let us first draw any circle over here. So I am going to draw the circle here. Okay, so in this way, by using my compass, I have drawn the circle. Now center of the circle is C. Radius is 10 centimeter. Find the distance of the chord from the center. So radius is, I will be drawing the radius here. Name of the radius is not given, so I can write AC. And we have to find the distance of the chord from the center. If the length of chord is 12 centimeter, length of chord is 12 centimeter, so I can draw any chord over here. AB is the chord which is of 12 centimeter distance. AC is the radius which is 10 centimeter of length, and we have to find his distance which is perpendicular. This perpendicular distance we have to find. If I write any point over here, D here, so CD distance we have to find out. So let us start our solution. In a circle with center O, not center O, C. It is C, okay? In a circle with center C, radius R, which is length AC is equal to 10 centimeter. Length of chord length AB is equal to 12 centimeter. What is to find? To find the distance of the chord from center of circle, that is to find length CD. We have to find the length of this CD. Okay, now we will be using the property. We all know the properties. We will be writing both the properties. The segment joining the center of circle and midpoint of its chord is perpendicular to chord. It is perpendicular to the chord. That means what? Segment CD is perpendicular to chord AB. Correct? And what is the other property? By the other property, that is the first property. Here we have written second property. First property is what? The perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to its chord bisects the chord. It bisects the chord. Correct? Bisect means what? It makes two equal parts. So which two equal parts we can see here? We can see AD and BD. So AD is equal to BD. So we write length AD is equal to length BD, and they both are equal to half of length AB. So AB is 12, so half of 12. 12 ones are 2 ones are 2, 2 6 are 12. So it is 6 centimeter. So AD is equal to 6 centimeter. Now CD is perpendicular on AD means what? I write here sec CD is perpendicular on chord AB. Here we have written. That means what? This angle ADC is equal to 90 degree. And therefore this angle ADC is 90 degree means what? Triangle ADC is a right angled triangle. So this triangle we have got a right angled triangle here, and in right angled triangle we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So I write by Pythagoras' theorem. Till now we have used Pythagoras theorem in both the sums, in previous sums, second and third. So here also we can use same theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Now here in this diagram, hypotenuse is side which is exactly opposite to right angle. Right angle is D. So which side is exactly opposite to right angle? AC. So length of AC square will be equal to base. So any one side can be considered as base. So AD is base plus height can be CD. So length CD can be the height CD square. Now we will put the values. AC is 10 centimeter, so 10 square. AD is 6 centimeter, that means 6 square, plus length CD square. 10 square we all know 100, 6 square we all know 36, plus length CD square. Okay, now this 36 we can bring on left hand side. 100 as it is right on the right hand side, plus 36 will become minus 36 is equal to length CD is as it is on the right hand side. As it is we have to write on right hand side. So 100 minus 36 is 64 we all know. Length CD square. We are getting the length of CD square. We only require to find length CD. So what we have to do? Taking square root of both the sides. So we will take the square root of both sides. That means under square root 64 is equal to under square root length CD square. So here square and square root cancel each other. We only get length CD, and 64 is the square of 8. That means what? Square root of 64 is 8. Therefore length CD is equal to 8 centimeter. So in this way we got the answer. So we have to write the answer statement here. Therefore, the distance of the chord from the center of the circle is 8 centimeter. So in this way we can get all the answers here from practice set 17.1.
Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.